we examine streamlining automation for Salesforce and your IT ecosystem with Decisions, the Decisions no-code automation platform. My name is Danny. I'm the Analyst Relations Manager for Decisions. What does that mean? I'm the guy that talks to Gartner and Forrester and Everest and all the different analysts that rate software platforms. And I brought along with me a smart guy today, actually, Tyler Haynes, our Senior Director of Pre-Sales Engineering here at Decisions. Say hi, Tyler.
Hi, Danny. How you doing today? How's everyone doing? Hope you're having a great day. And enjoying that. It's actually turned to May now. The weather's getting better finally.
It is. It is. Look, we've got Cleveland, Ohio in the house. We've got Knoxville, Tennessee in the house. Toronto, Canada in the house. Love it. Before we get started today, I do want to just do a couple of quick plugs. So we do deep dive training events all over the country, all over the world, as a matter of fact, where we bring together our engineers, founders, developers, and our prospects, our customers, and we do deep intensive training in the platform. 3-day training session. We have a beginner track for people that are exploring Decisions or that are new to the platform, as well as a master class for those that have a year's experience. They're a great opportunity to learn more about the Decisions platform, get trained up, and actually meet the people behind Decisions. Maybe just demoing different software platforms isn't for you, and actually getting to know the people that you that are behind the magic makes more sense for you, and it's a great opportunity to do so. So May 14th through the 16th, we'll be here in Virginia Beach at our headquarters. Great shot of the ocean front here. Great time to come to the beach. The weather is finally getting nice. And we'll be premiering version 9 of the Decisions platform at that Submerse event. And then May 28th through the 30th, we're going to be in Stockholm, Sweden with one of our partners, Zytac. So check us out at decisions.com/events to learn more about all of our events. And then we also have some more webinars coming up. The first one on May 16th around Analyze Then Automate, Discover, Fix, and Optimize Processes with Process Mining. A really cool feature of our tool that actually gives you the ability to optimize processes. In addition, we'll be having the launch of our version 9 with Project Hub webinar on May the 30th. So again, check us out at decisions.com/events. So you all, or at least some of you now, know how to use the chat feature. You can just pop questions live time into the chat. You don't need to wait to the end to ask any questions. We've got some folks on from Decisions who can answer those live time, and we'd love this to be interactive and thought-provoking. So if you have questions, please just pop them right into chat, and we'll get them answered for you in real time. A quick scope of the agenda today. I'm going to give you a little bit of background on what Decisions is, what it does, how to use it. And then we're going to talk about integration and orchestration, and specifically how we streamline Salesforce automation internally here at Decisions. And we'll give you a peek behind the covers of our marketing communication stacks and all the disparate systems that are involved in taking a prospect from an initial demo all the way through to becoming a customer. We'll take some Q&A at the end as well, but like I said, please just pop them straight into chat. Oh, excuse me. So first, let's talk about what's Decisions. Decisions is a no-code platform that allows you to build complex software quickly without writing a single line of code. And these are the elements of the platform, or the features, if you will. The first feature of the platform is an enterprise-class rules engine that's capable of millions of transactions a day across thousands of rules. We have about 8 different types of rules that require absolutely no coding experience. Boolean statement rules, truth tables, matrix rules, rule chains, rule sets. Essentially, if you can write a sentence in natural language or fill out a spreadsheet, you're fully qualified to build the most complex logic for any enterprise application. The second pillar is our workflow manager. So if you're familiar with platforms like Visio or Lucidchart, it's a very similar build experience. You've got the Windows toolbar across the top, but the real magic is on the left-hand side of our Designer Studios. That's where our toolbox of over 5,000 custom code steps that we've built reside. And a user simply drags and drops these code steps onto a canvas and links those objects together to build applications. The platform is self-validating, so it's coaching you along as you're assembling these workflows, and you can debug them right there in the same studio without compiling code because there's no code. The third element or pillar of the platform is process mining. We give you the ability to ingest log data, not just from things that you've built in Decisions, but from really any platform that generates a log file with a start time, an end time, a unique user ID, and an activity at the bare minimum to build a process map of that process end to end, to identify bottlenecks in that process or unexpected user behavior in that process or application. This helps you streamline and continually optimize and iterate on the things that you've built in the platform. Or as you redesign legacy applications into the Decisions platform. The fourth element is our integration layer. Decisions is an open API platform, which essentially means it can talk to any modern application. On top of that, Decisions comes with 70 or so pre-built modules for the most common business applications out there. Things like Salesforce, which we're going to talk about today, but any kind of CRM system, ERP system, accounting platforms, you name it. So we provide you a really easy way to pull together all the disparate systems in your environment. And then finally, Decisions comes with an interface designer. So you can design unique customer or user experiences or interfaces through things like web pages, dashboards, portals, report, things like that. So over to the left are the three main patterns of automation that Decisions fulfills. And the first one is that pure business rules or decisioning application. Decision Rules Engine gives you a place to centralize business logic and then expose that logic to business users to edit and maintain using graphical design tools without writing any code. That gets the logic out of stored procedures, web pages, custom code, and puts it in a location where you can easily change it and maintain it without diving into the code. It's built for enterprise. It runs millions of transactions a day across thousands of rules in areas like medical claims processing, insurance underwriting, mortgage processing, things like that. The next use case is what we call extend and expand. It's really common when we work with a customer and they already have some out-of-the-box major projects that need to be part of their automation solution. It could be their CRM system, their ERP system, databases, or other products that are built to handle a part of the process. Decisions is designed to integrate with all of these out-of-the-box solutions and then automate the special processes that they don't do well. Things like human-in-the-loop approval processes. Taking the previous step a little further, we often act as an orchestration layer between different applications. So if you have several applications that you have users and data in, you can use Decisions as kind of a middleware to bring all that data in from one application to trigger an activity for a user on another application or populate an outcome in yet another. Our most common use case is really to act as that orchestration layer between various software applications or services and then engage end users and workflows that cross those application boundaries.
And as you see today, go back to that slide, Danny, you see that Salesforce is right on top of that list.
Yeah.
So it's one of the big things that we do with Salesforce is orchestration and workflow.
Yeah, we're going to show you exactly this in just a second. So This is cool. So really, if any of that made sense to you or interested you in any way and you wanted to learn more about the Decision platform, the best way to do that is to meet with one of our sales engineers like Tyler and take a demo of the platform. Reach out to us at sales@decisions.com or simply pop into the chat that you're interested in speaking with one of our sales engineers. So what we're here to talk about today is streamlining automation for Salesforce. So Salesforce for us at Decisions, Tyler, I would characterize it as kind of our single source of truth, right? When it comes to a business.
Absolutely. Danny, as you know, you used to live in sales. We're a sales organization at heart. We're selling software. So, Salesforce is our heartbeat. This is where all of our leadership goes to get reports about how the company's doing, both, sales reps, how my sales are doing. All the company's heartbeat is driven off Salesforce.
Yeah, 100%. And as we, as businesses grow and the world becomes more complex, we've got this ever growing, huge tech stack, right? And, where you can finally, in most companies these days, you can find a variety of different systems, databases, applications to support, business processes and manage data effectively. Now, some of these systems work well with others, and some of them do not. And really being able to manage the complexity of a stack requires a versatile tool to be able to create API connections quickly and are easily maintained. What does that look like in decisions for us? Is there anything that precludes us from connecting to disparate systems?
No, Danny, that's not. As you can see right here, this is not an exhaustive list, but I read an article probably a few weeks ago that most companies have over 100 to 200 different systems inside their tech stack.
Mhm.
So by using a tool like Decisions, we can be the glue system between those, just like we're going to be the glue Salesforce other systems here later, is the ability to be able to make the systems work. So your tech stack and ecosystem works together, and then able to use Decisions to reduce your tech stack. Because imagine 200 different applications is insanely crazy.
Yeah, and the use case that we're about to examine, as a matter of fact, this is a snapshot of the systems that are involved simply in our marketing and communication stack, right, Tyler?
Exactly. And just for marketing, just to get information from marketing, there's almost 20 applications right here. That's just for marketing.
Right.
If you get organizations who have, professional services, support, uh, infrastructure, all the different systems, those systems just compound and compound.
Mhm. So let's talk a little bit about the way that we're enriching and extending the capabilities of Salesforce. I've worked in organizations in the past, and Salesforce is a really powerful tool. It can do a lot of amazing things. But the thing that I found in previous interactions with Salesforce is that customizing Salesforce to do that last extra like 10% of work, that 10% that differentiates you from your competition, is really expensive, right? You're talking about a Salesforce consulting gig, and I think they're pretty much the highest paid consultants in the tech industry, if I'm not correct. Isn't that right?
Oh, absolutely. I've got a friend of mine who actually is one. He works about 5 months a year and goes and plays golf the rest of the time of the year. Unless that's
Sure.
hardworking people like us, Danny. Man, it must be nice to work five months a year.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about some of these different use cases.
Absolutely. So we're going to dive in data enrichment. And the previous slide is a perfect example of data enrichment. As everybody in this call probably knows, that data is king. Whether it's data about your prospects, data about your customers, data about your systems, data is king. Well, Decisions is pulling data from a lot of different sources, such as ads, such as cookies, such as LinkedIn, Zoom info about our prospects. And by using a tool like Decision, we're able to pull all that data inside of there and then be able to enrich Salesforce data. So our sales reps have all the data in one system at our fingertips to be able to know what the prospect, know what our customers are looking at, all the information there.
Mhm.
And why that's important to use a tool like Decisions with this is be able to orchestrate that. And you see a lot of orchestration in here because we're that glue that fits in there. Well, a lot
Mhm.
of that is, a while back, we made a change in the Salesforce. Salesforce is a very flexible and customizable application, as everybody probably knows. So if you make a change in the Salesforce field, if you have a lot of different dispersed systems communicating with Salesforce, you've got to update all those dispersed systems. And that takes time. That could take you
Mhm.
weeks. That could
Mhm.
take you time. Well, by using a tool like Decisions, we actually made this change in objects, and it took us 4 hours to go through because we had to update one place, update it in Decisions, make sure the connection's working great. And there's a mapping exercise, be able to map data into the new fields we need to do that without having to go through all the different dispersed applications, be able to create the integrations.
I love it. I love it. Can you give us a peek at what that looks like behind the scenes?
Oh, absolutely. I will definitely give you a peek here in a little bit. Custom user interface. And if y'all been in Salesforce, worked in Salesforce, it takes a lot of time and effort to make an interface that's understandable for people who are not in sales. By using a whole lot of decisions, you can put, our pages, our reports, our forms on top of this to be able to actually go through there and be able to do this. Trigger actions and connected systems. You know, Salesforce. It might be where you get your case in. It might go where your opportunities in. It might be where your project management goes. But you want them to actually push that into other systems because as we see, where we're meeting users where they work, Salesforce is an expensive tool, as we all know, because it's user based. By using a tool like Decisions, you can let those disparate people work in those 200 use cases. So you're not having to increase your cost by using Decisions, which is a tool which doesn't charge user pricing. We're server pricing. So as much as you can have your users interact with that, we're able to do that.
That is a great point. A lot of platforms that are similar to Decisions are based upon user pricing or the number of things that you build. And really, Decisions is all you can eat, which is pretty cool.
Absolutely. And this is the next one's one of my favorite ones. So as everybody knows, as everybody worked with applications before, communication is key from sales reps and making sure that they're communicating properly, customize that communication. By using Decisions, we're pulling data out of Salesforce. It could be who the contact is, all the data we have about that contact, how many people we need to contact them, what their use case could be. Then we're also using a transcript of the meeting we just had from that person. We're getting data from there using Decisions. We're pulling data in from their LinkedIn profile. They really create a customized solution using Decisions and AI and Salesforce data to create complete customizable emails, AI-driven, Salesforce-driven, data-driven, customizable emails using Decisions, so that the sales rep doesn't even spend an hour crafting an email or 2 hours crafting an email. You want them moving on. Take them 5 minutes to go in there, customize it, make a little change. It's very easy to do that.
Really, one of the things that I found when I was an account exec before I landed in my new job at Decisions was this ability to automatically analyze these transcripts and build summaries. Right. So as a salesperson, I'd be running a demo like this and asking questions of the people that I were meeting with and jotting down notes. And I always missed stuff. I always missed a detail. But now, leveraging these integrations and AI, I don't miss any details, which is awesome.
Absolutely. And the next use case is extending orchestration outside Decisions, pushing data into systems. If you have a data warehouse and you normalize data going to data warehouse from dispersed systems, by using Decisions, you're able to do that. And we'll actually show you that here later, how we do that. We might push information to other systems from Salesforce without having to create those custom integrations to be able to normalize that data here also. And the last use case is meet users where they work. We have a couple of different use cases where companies are out in the field. These persons are, techs in the field. You don't want them having to navigate Salesforce to update data that your sales organization, your customer success organization might need. You want them to be able to work in the simple user interface for it to form to update information. By using a tool like Decisions, we can, have a form, could be on a tablet, could be on a phone, could be on their desktop, update that, and then push all that data into Salesforce very, very easy without having to go into Salesforce, have that licensing, have that overhead with using Salesforce.
Awesome. I love it. Can we take a look?
Absolutely, Danny.
Right on, man. I'll stop sharing and you start sharing. So folks, again, feel free to just pop any questions that you have directly into chat. If you're wondering about a system that you're trying to integrate or a problem to solve, please just pop it in. We'd love to hear it.
Absolutely. So, Danny, before I start, I can confirm you can see my screen. It should be a nice Decisions dashboard.
It's beautiful.
Great. Thank you. So, the first specific use case I'm going to show you today is the ability to have this custom user interface. Now, with this custom user interface, by using our no-code drag and drop tool, allows you to create these interfaces customizable to the person. For this one, this is the lead generation dashboard, where I need to simply create a new lead and push it into Salesforce. But I don't want to have a person have to go into Salesforce and have that user account. This could be from another system, this could be from another source, but it allows you to create this user interface and then push data into Salesforce. And to do that, I'm going to simply press a button here. Now, for the demonstration here, I sort of cheated a little bit here, so I don't want to type, because you do not want to see me spell. I can't spell nothing. But to do that, I've used a little AI generation to generate a customized lead here for Alexa Green. And all I have to do is simply push this button to create a lead, and then I'll be able to update this into Salesforce. Now, as you can see right here, for this Alexa Green, you can see it comes on my list, and I can simply edit it or delete it from here. But if I go into Salesforce here and simply update my page, you can see that Alexa Green is now in Salesforce with all of her information. So it allows you to create these type of integrations. You're like, wow, that must be a lot of complicated work to be able to do that. It really wasn't. And to show you how that was actually built, I want to show you the workflow. So hopefully everybody in here is familiar with Decisions and seen our workflow design tool before. So it's a drag and drop design tool.
But if you haven't, pop it into chat. We'd love to set up a demo for you.
Absolutely. So what I've done here is I simply use a step beside Decisions, which is to be able to create a lead object. Very easily, a few steps to be able to do that. So, and all these steps are drag and drop. We do have a Salesforce module, which can be getting from our app store here, that allows you to simply have all these drag and drop steps. Now, as you see right here, we've had some out of the box steps, such as, create a lead, create an opportunity. It could be deleted opportunity, find all this information here, selective update. But, a lot of times with Salesforce, things are customized. You might have a custom object. You might be able to do that. You might have something else. I'm an old school guy. I want to see the details. I want to get down deeper and see that more technical piece of that. So for those more technical users, we have this advanced functionality here, which allows you to run SOQL queries, which SOQL is Salesforce Object Query Language. It allows you to create customized queries over your Salesforce data. I can do a simply delete, simple update. I can even upload a document to Salesforce using these more advanced steps. And they're all just drag and drop. If I want to simply run a SOQL query, I just put my query in here and I'm able to pull that information back. And of course, as you can see right here, we're all token based. So, all OAuth, all providers are simply handled by Decisions.
Okay.
So this is, one use case where we're meeting users where they work, plus also being able to limit the exposure of Salesforce to your entire organization and allow people that only need it. And
I have a quick question.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a quick question. Oh, it looks like it got answered. Never mind. It was whether or not these are internal service steps or user defined. And they're internal service steps.
So these are internal service step, but you can also user define. You have full flexibility to do both here.
Yeah, you can build your own as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And now I'm going to simply exit this. And now I'm going to go simply into a second use case here. And my second use case is involving being somebody in Salesforce. So right here is an opportunity. So hopefully everybody right here has seen an opportunity here. This is my test opportunity. This actually is our live Salesforce. So just so you know, this is our live Salesforce. And I can say that I'm the opportunity owner. I'm not a very good sales rep. I was not closing for 5 years. So I'm not a very good sales rep. I probably wouldn't last very long. But what I want to show you this is the ability to kick off processes from Salesforce using Decisions. So generate a meeting summary. If I have a meeting summary I need to generate, I can simply do that. Using our AI languages, ChatGPT, using Decisions, I can do that. But I also can, answer RFP or RFI using Decision Orchestration Layer. Or I can request SE work, which is kicking off project management. And these are completely customizable to your organization using a workflow tool like Decision to be able to create these customized workflows that you might need to move your business forward. And to do that, I'm going to simply request SE work. And you're going to see right here, I delve into another system where I have a form pop up. Now, this is an internal form, so please don't judge the form on the UI UX. I designed the form. I'm not a UI UX guy. So you can design this completely as you want to see it. But you're already seeing that we're pulling data from Salesforce here. What's the opportunity name? What is this? And I can simply select some buttons here. Let's say I want this delivered on the 31st of this month. The point of contact is Danny. And Danny, let's have a time zone drop down so we have the correct resources that we need auto assign. So Danny, what time zone would you like to be in today?
Oceania.
Oceania. We have a colleague in Bali right now. Man, I would love to be there with him. I'd love to be in Oceania. I know, me too. So, and then you can simply pain points. So all this information that we're collecting in this form is both updated in Salesforce and updated in our project management system, which allows both organizations, both the SE side and the actual sales rep to be in alignment all the time. Because as you guys know, being in alignment across the organization is very important. And how you do that is move data and make sure data is all aligned between those different systems. And that's what Decisions can do for you with Salesforce or any other systems. This is for Danny and the webinar. So now I simply hit submit.
Okay.
So now I'm going to have it here. It's going to do some processing behind the scenes, and this will bring us on form. That's going to be reviewed by the leadership team. And now I simply click done, and now I'll close this process out. But now I want to go to our POC tab. So this is my test environment, so don't expect to see this a lot. This is my test POC. But you can see right here, I have a ton of POCs in here. So what we've done by clicking that form off, I've actually gone ahead and created this custom object inside decisions that allows me to drill down and see all this information right here. You can see right here, this is for the webinar. It's from the test account. It was requested this date and is created by me. So all that information that's able to put on that form, which is not in Salesforce, is now back into Salesforce. And also all the information is now in my project management suite, which happens to be decisions also because, we drink our own champagne here, and I have my test right here, and I can simply look right here at my latest one I just request, and I can review this request work. And you can see right here, this is for data in the webinar. And I've created this unique link between these two dispersed systems where everything is very easily managed. Like if I click this link here, I'm right back into Salesforce where I'm looking at the opportunity. So it really creates this nice user interface between these multiple different systems to create that unique ecosystem that really drives your business forward. Instead of everybody having to be in Salesforce, everybody having to be in their system, and they're managing 10 systems. No, they're managing one system using decisions as that glue or the other system.
That's amazing. This could work for not just Salesforce or a CRM platform, but ERP systems or database, master data management, right? Kind of the same concepts hold true.
Absolutely. So now I've shown you how we use it internally in two different use cases. But now I really want to take a step back and really think a thought exercise and allow people to put in the chat, I've shown you two very use cases, and I'm about to open your eyes to a ton more here in a second. But have you guys thought about any use cases that you could use by using decisions as that glue? Being able to, maybe it's Salesforce, maybe it's another system, but there's a lot of different use cases out there. It could be, notifications, internal communication, external communication, a lot of different systems. And just to show you how vast that can be and that knowledge can be, I'm actually going to take a step and go into our internal dev. This is our internal tool and show you that, all the stuff that we mentioned earlier is right here in action. So all the data from Salesforce, you might get count history, all that is simply pushed into our Snowflake data repository using one flow and decisions with all the different data. So imagine being able to pull all that dispersed data, put it into our external storage in ETL function to normalize the data, make sure it's all in the right structure by simply having flows and decisions using no code. This is a large lift a lot of organizations have, but by using decisions, we're able to do it very, very quickly. As you see right here, we have all the data you might see, Gong, 6sense, all that information, all coming together to be able to actually organize that marketing tech stack. But we're not going to stop there. We're never going to stop there. At Decisions, we're always evolving. We're always looking at new ways to use our tool. And now you see our Salesforce automation, close one, duplication management, event reminder emails, field updates, auto lead assignment, creating customized business rules around lead assignment, professional services. We have professional services arm. They are in Salesforce, but they don't require the same view as the other ones. They have different data. So we're allowed to customize those views, customize that data using that quote generation. Salesforce notifications, even Slack. We push data from Salesforce to Slack, a close one notification, a notification about, a different thing in the process, different case. We're able to do that all distinctly and very easy by using decisions. Now, I'm hoping that, going through this has opened people's eyes to all the different ways you guys want to use Salesforce and being able to really branch out in all different ways you can use Salesforce, all the ways you can use decisions, all the flexibility here. And now, Danny, I'm going to simply turn it back over to you, sir. And let's see, has anybody input anything into the chat yet about ways they can see this working for their organizations?
Not yet, my friend, but I think it's really eye-opening, especially if you have an organization where you have multiple different departments that need to access a particular system, but the challenge of licensing, right? Being able to extend functionality into those platforms without having to go out and buy $1 zillion worth of licenses. That's an eye opener for me, just by kind of walking through this with you. And another thing that I find really interesting is, you know, how this being able to use decisions as an integration layer, really it's just kind of limitless into the different ways that you can do business faster, smarter, and for less money, right? If we had built, let me ask you a question, just kind of off the cuff.
Yeah.
If you were to think about all of the customization that we have done to Salesforce, all of the integration work that we've done with, you know, the 20 applications alone in our marketing stack, that could easily be a 7-figure consulting gig. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
Very
like
easily.
$1 million.
And the deployment time and the production time, you're talking years. We're not,
Yeah.
you know, we've done all of this. You know, our RevOps person, Derek, who's been on one of these webinars showing this, has built this up and iterated on this in a few months. So he's taking that timeline down to 2 or 3 months, iterating all this, and he's always iterating on it, making changes. You don't have to go to a third-party resource to make a change. We have internal resources using our no-code tool that can be trained, and Derek does this daily. He goes in there and says, okay, I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. You know, like that new custom object. We implemented Salesforce on like a Monday. By the Friday, we had it all seamless, all integrated everywhere. That doesn't happen without a no-code tool that can really increase your velocity-like decisions.
Absolutely, man. I love it. Thank you so much for joining us today, Tyler. This has really been great, man. Let me just make a couple of final plugs before you go. You know, if you're interested in seeing a demo, please let us know in the chat here, or hit us at sales@decisions.com. Check us out at decisions.com/events to check out our next webinar, Analyze, Then Automate, Discover, Fix, and Optimize Processes with Process Mining. That's on May 16th at the same time. And be sure to check out some of our live events. They're really a unique way to get to know about the platform and learn more about us. We want to thank you all so much for your time today. Tyler, great job, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Danny, for leading me the correct way. And then also, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, or, you know, we'll stay on the line for a couple minutes and answer any questions you guys might have. Or like Danny said, reach us at sales@decisions.com, and we're happy to answer any question you might have.
Awesome. Great job, Tyler. Play us out, Chase. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody.